We start in KwaZulu-Natal, where the provincial government is calling for calm. Several protests have flared up again around the province along the N2 and N3 highways. Cleanup operations have started on the N3 highway near Mooi River Toll Plaza after several trucks were set alight overnight. The road remains closed. The protesters have vowed to shut down the province and are calling for the release from prison of former President Jacob Zuma. Now, eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is in the south of the Mooi River Toll Plaza. We also have Lethiwe Mdluli out there for us. I think she's in the south of Durban. Lethiwe, let me start with you. I see you're right next to a police van. Is there also any other organization, for instance, the Community Policing Forum or security companies that are trying to assist police in maintaining calm?
Well, Masejo, at the moment we are in Umgababa, and we have security companies that are on the scene assisting the police. They were just telling us off camera that they were called into this situation around 5 a.m. in the morning. We do understand that protest started here in Umgababa on the N2, heading into Durban on the northern side of the N2 earlier on this morning, and the protesters they then moved into attacking vehicles, and this truck was actually set alight. But at the moment I'm joined by Mr. Suraj Prasad, who is from the Alight security company. Mr. Prasad, good morning and welcome to eNCA. My first question for you would have to be your reaction to these violent protests that are taking place. You are a security company that usually escorts trucking companies around the province. Your reaction to this?
Ma'am, to answer your question, my first thought in these situations is despair, total despair. Despair for the owner of the truck, the driver who wouldn't have a job now, and the economy. These incidents have multiple ripple effects where the actual cost of the truck and the load might phase into insignificance compared to the cost of the ripple effects. Picture a situation where a factory with 2,000 workers perhaps waiting for raw materials or parts to process whatever they manufacture. And here it's burnt. By the time they wait for resources to be gotten to them again, it's hours, if not days of downtime. And yeah, serious economic repercussions for the economy.
And also with regards to your clients, we understand what happened at the Mooi River Toll Plaza yesterday. You had a few clients that were actually stationed there. How was their reaction? And also, what is the plan moving forward? Because these protests are also continuing across the province.
Ma'am, with regards to these incidents, once a truck is set alight or the roads barricaded and traffic builds up, it is almost impossible for police, emergency services, or even security to get to the scene because of the traffic build-up. The way forward, in my opinion, is that government needs to get harsher, not on protesters. Protesters, I mean, everyone has a right to protest, but on the way protests are managed. If it involves looting and stuff like that, government needs to take a stronger stance to send out a much stronger, clearer message that it will not be tolerated.
And in regards to police presence, we were just speaking about some of the reaction from the police. What is your observation so far?
Ma'am, I'm in the private security industry, one of the largest growth industries in the country at the moment. If public policing was effective in any major way, we would not have this growth. The point I'm trying to make is police resources are spread so thin, unless bolstered by security in lots of instances, it proves almost ineffectual. We need lots more police with the right skills and equipment and crime intelligence to tackle these scenarios.
And moving forward now, your plan, what has been your advice to your clients, especially with these protests still taking place?
That's a tough one. Trucks have to turn to keep the company going. They've got repayments, staff salaries at the end of the month. But at the same time, with what's happened in the past 24 hours, I'd advise transporters to stand down their trucks than even have a single incident in their fleet. Sure.
So Masego, that is Mr. Suraj Prasad from the Aliwal Security Company. He is saying that so far what he's seeing is that more police need to be deployed in the province. And also he's saying that his advice to some of his clients would be to ground their trucks for the moment as the situation here in the province is escalating.
All right, Lethiwe, let me go from you to Siphamandla Goge. Sipha, I understand you're inside a car, and I see that the camera operator is showing us visuals of the standstill, the traffic standstill on the other side of the highway. What's happening?
Indeed, Bongamkiza is showing you live visuals here of a number of trucks that are stuck on the M3. They are going towards the Mooi River direction. We know that the toll plaza there has been closed since last night. The freeway has been closed. This is a true reflection of what is happening. It reminds me of a story we did with my colleague Tebogo Masilo when we went to the Bait Bridge border post when trucks were stuck there in December. It was similar scenes and visuals like this. So these trucks are stuck here for kilometers. They are approaching Mooi River, leaving the Durban side, going towards the Johannesburg side of the freeway. There is a mop-up and cleaning operation that is currently underway at the toll plaza. A number of trucks were torched last night. Police who attended the scene say at least 25 trucks. Now, that is not confirmed. It's not official. They are consolidating the number of trucks that have been torched, but a number of them were set alight yesterday night. We did interview some locals there to ask them what was the protest about. They said it's part of the ongoing hashtag Shutdown KwaZulu-Natal, which is a campaign led by supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, who are embarking on a campaign, hashtag Free Jacob Zuma campaign. They want him freed from prison, as we know that he's serving his 15 months jail sentence at Escort prison. So this is the current situation on the N3. You will not be able to travel freely here, and I can tell you that police officers are also trying so hard to clear the way, but they are really battling. As you see, these trucks, they are stuck here for kilometers. This is a very strategic freeway, by the way. It connects KwaZulu-Natal, the Free State, and Gauteng. You know, the economy of KwaZulu-Natal and South Africa is at risk here. If you have these massive trucks carrying and transporting goods, but being unable to deliver those goods for a number of days now because of this protest, you can imagine what is this doing to the economy of the country.